Life after a miscarriage is hard, it's difficult, it's confusing. Oh my god, it's painful. Hi, my name is Shalin and welcome to my life as a first-time mommy who's trying to balance life being a mom, a wife who's working and also studying. So a few videos before this one I was sharing my journey with PCOS and also my miscarriage, and I love talking about these things because when I was going through this I could find very little videos to watch that could resonate with me. So I love sharing this video. If it's your first time here, thank you so much for coming, and subscribe. And if you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much for keeping on coming, checking the videos. So I'm sharing with you my life after a miscarriage. It's hard, man. It has a lot of emotional roller coaster, emotional. One moment you're telling yourself I'm okay, the next moment you're telling yourself you're crying, the next moment you're accepting it, the next moment you're still questioning, and it's difficult for yourself, and it's also difficult for people around you. So like I told you, when we left the hospital, I didn't get any counseling, I didn't get any advice, I didn't get any medication, so I was on my own. I was on my own. So I had to figure out everything on my own, also with my husband, and it was really difficult because you don't also know what you're going through and what you want. It's just grief, it's just crying, it's just a lot of thinking, it's just a lot of stress. So yeah, there's need honestly for support, because also it's impacting the person that you are with. And for us, it was only the two of us, myself and my husband, and no one else. And sometimes I could see it's so difficult for him. He didn't want also to grieve in front of me, so sometimes he'd go somewhere and just cry, or just, I don't know, on his own. It's so difficult, man. And the emotional part of it is so huge that I had a friend that I was sharing pregnancy dates with, and so she gave birth to her baby boy, and in February actually, it was a 1 year birthday for her baby, and she just shared with me, oh, I went for photo shoot, blah blah blah, and then I got triggered. I was like, oh, so my babies were supposed to be 1 year by now, because my due date was in January and her baby is in February. So you see, like we're saying, it's 1 year now and I have another baby, but that doesn't mean it's gone. It's there. so so it's that difficult, and you really need emotional support. Emotional support that does not also judge you in your healing, and you really need to take your time to also heal. Okay, the second thing that I'm going to talk about is navigating relationships and support. Oh my god, you really need support, man. It was hard. I didn't even know what I'm doing, and day after coming from the hospital, the next morning, after crying and then sleeping, my boobs were full of milk. I didn't even know that the milk was going to come. I thought, and my milk started coming. And now imagine, there is no baby to give the milk, but the milk is coming. So what should I do? Should I pump it? Should I leave it like that? And now people around you will be telling you, no, just leave it to dry, because the more you're pumping it, the system will think there's still a baby, so we need to produce more milk. So it's so painful. But then with me now, because when you are grieving, guys, literally you're crazy. I wanted the milk to continue. So I remember when I was sleeping, I'll just put a towel and I would want to see my milk coming out. Yes, I wanted to see my milk coming out. I was gaining comfort from that. And to an extent that by the time it started drying up, I got so worried. I got so worried as if the babies were still there, and I'm worrying that now my milk is not coming. What am I going to feed the babies? I got so much worried. I wanted to just see the milk. But anyway, I ended up healing. And also, my boss lady, my employer, would come home and talk to me. How are you? How are you feeling? How is it going? If you need to talk to me. Like, you need those people around you. Otherwise, it's going to be so difficult for you. I don't understand people that encourage people to be indoors. Yeah, you would die. That way you fall into depression, honestly. And also, like, we I had to balance, because we were in this together with my husband, right? So honestly, I also had to consider my partner, because we both lost our babies. So at the same time, I'm trying to grieve, but then I also need to acknowledge that I also have someone. If I cry like this, he's actually going to feel much worse. Do you get what I mean? And this other support that I got were people from church. They would come. They didn't come as such, but then, because we were just new in the church, they would just, because my tummy was showing, they would just talk to us. How are you guys? Do you need any support and stuff? And then also I had a counselor. She's a postpartum support mom. So she would come to my place, maybe have a foot massage. Oh my god, the first time she came, I had a foot massage, and she was just allowing me to pour, like, to just talk, to just share my story with her. And I remember her sharing with me this other post that, do you mind sharing your story on this post? It was like a worldwide thing. Unfortunately, I was not in a good space, so I ended up not sharing. But you need support when you just lost a baby. Honestly, you need support. Support that is not judging you. Support that is just there to listen to you. Yes. Then the other area is physical recovery. Oh my god. Remember, your tummy was already showing, and now you're forced to maybe do something about your body because the baby is gone. So now you need to heal. Remember, the milk will be coming out. Remember, down there you gave birth. Remember, your tummy was growing bigger, and stretch marks. Your skin. It takes a lot. Honestly, there's a lot that will be going on that people should really understand, that this person is really going through some stuff. It's a lot. It's not just about the emotional part. It's not just about, oh, I lost my baby. There are a lot of areas that are affecting this person, and your support is needed. Oh my god, I don't know how many times I can talk about this, but support is really needed. So for the physical being, I was bleeding. Remember, I didn't even know how long after giving birth someone could bleed. I think I bled for almost like 3 weeks, 21 days. Yeah, for almost 21 days, and I was getting worried. It's like, hey, when is this thing going to stop? And also, while I was talking to people would ask me, so did you get a vacuum? Did they clean you like inside when after the miscarriage? I said no. And most people that I was talking to would ask me that question, so I got worried. I was like, what? Anyway, I went to the gyno. That gyno. I went there. And I told him, I explained everything. Oh, he was so heartbroken, and he was telling me, "Why, this was just the smallest thing. What?" He started explaining something about progesterone and what. But anyway, so I asked him, I'm worried that maybe there's some leftovers in there. And he was like, okay, cool. He put me on ultrasound, and he saw some, yeah, some stuff in there, and he gave me medication, and he told me that medication was actually going to give me some, what do you call it? So from what he said there's no need to really vacuum, but we can give you medication so that it can come out. So that medication was also going to give me contractions as if I'm now in labor. That's how the remainings, that were the blood clots and some linings, were going to come out. So I did, and I had some contractions, and those stuff were coming out. So now I'm good with that. So you really need support, mentally, emotionally, and physically. You need the support. And for my tummy, I didn't do anything, honestly. I just left it like that. Stretch marks, oh my god, I had insane stretch marks. I didn't do anything much about it. Just like, anyway, I'm gonna be pregnant soon, so no need. Yeah, that's another thing. So the gyno then told me that, I asked him, so when can I try for, because remember I had PCOS before. So now when this happens, like, you're thinking, oh, I've conquered it and now I'm pregnant, and then you lost it again. Now you're thinking, I'm going to beg to struggle again with my condition. Am I going to be able to get pregnant as faster as I would want? And so the doctor said no. So I asked the doctor, when should I start trying again for a baby? And the doctor was like, even now, as soon as you stop bleeding, you can. As long as you're ready, it's up to you. The body, it's ready. No wonder why. Then it got me thinking, so why do we give each other advices like, oh, you need to wait for a year, or you need to take this long? Remember, you can fall pregnant within 6 weeks. When before your baby is 6 weeks, you can actually get pregnant. So that means, well, so he said, as long as your body is ready, as long as you are emotionally and mentally ready to have a baby, you can go on. I'm like, okay, cool. So we actually decided with my husband. My husband was just like, you can do what you want. So we decided that we were going to wait for at least after the bleeding, and then I see my first period, and then we'll try again for another baby. And voila, just like that. Anyway, the other thing that I also realized with life after a miscarriage is finding a new meaning, new habits. Because now remember, your brain is telling you that I'm going to have a baby. You're now starting to planning for your baby clothes, your baby furniture, like nursery, your routines and schedules when now you'll be having a baby. Where you're going to leave the baby, or your work schedules, how you're going to balance them. Now all of a sudden, everything, you really need to re-strategize, to rethink everything that you were planning. Hey, fortunately at 5 months we haven't bought any clothes. Hey, what was I going to do with the clothes? And culturally, in my culture, they say you have to dispose those clothes. It's either you're going to give them to someone else or you're going to burn them. I was not going to do that. I still have my cousins. No way. I wasn't going to do that. Anyway, so you need to now find a new meaning. Like, there's a lot of questioning that will be happening within you. There's a lot of why. There's a lot of unanswered questions that were going on, and now you need to find new hobbies. You need to, you know, it's so difficult, but it's manageable. Honestly, you can actually pull this all out if you are going through a miscarriage, or if you've gone through a miscarriage. Yeah, I know it's difficult, but you can heal. So with me, I got so attached to my husband. I didn't take any leave. I told my boss that now I'm just going to be at home for a week and I'm coming back to work. He was like, "Are you crazy or something?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm not going to stay at home miserable, crying all day. I want to be around people." So I only stayed at home for a week. It happened on a Tuesday. On Sunday, we were at church. That's how crazy I am. And um, by having people around me, it really helped me, honestly. But when I'm at home, the only person that mattered to me was my husband. If he leaves and say, "I'm going to the shop to buy bread," hey, 5 minutes, I want him back. I was super attached to him. Even when I'm at work, he would come and check up on me. Like, I was so attached to him that it was becoming toxic, man. But then with time, it ended up just vanishing. Then the other thing, I then realized I was not depressed, but I had post-traumatic stress disorder. So it comes with those attachments to some people. When he's driving, I couldn't even look in the road, because when people are passing, or in the sides, in the pedestrian lane, I could see as if he's almost bumping them. So when he's driving, when we are getting now into the location, I would just sit like so. So you would think maybe I'm just chilling, but I didn't want to look I would see as if he's almost crushing people. I nah. So I was super triggered in the road. But I loved talking to other people about babies. I was okay with that. But in all this, one thing that I can say helped me a lot was my faith. I don't know what you believe in. Is it God? Is it Allah? Is it I don't know. I don't know what you believe in. But that faith that you have, don't take it for granted. Because it will take you through in the most difficult things, in the most difficult situations, in a way that you cannot even explain. So with me, I was going through this, like I'm telling you, that it happened on a Tuesday, and on Sunday I was at church. In as much as I was crying at some moments, but I was at church. So at some point you realize that everything else doesn't matter, everything else can't help you, but what can help you is your faith. Imagine when you're going through these things, and then maybe you're a Christian, you open your Bible, you read some verses, you read, oh my God, it helps you a lot. So in whatever that you're going through, in the grief that you're going through, hold on to your faith, and I'm sure you're going to heal. Thank you so much for watching. I think let's end it here for today. And to the new subscribers, thank you so much. To those that haven't subscribed, please subscribe. To the retaining, thank you so much. I will see you in our next video.